All right, so we are actually going to move on to sculpture for this page, and you need to make a skyline using items that you find around your house. Now, I've made a list of different things that you can use here, and I'll show you some in my video too, but it can be things like boxes of tissues, Legos, books, paper towel tubes, anything that you can make into something that kind of looks like a skyline. Now remember, a skyline is the outline or shape created by a city where it meets the sky. So it could be like the skyline of a lot of skyscrapers, or maybe it's more like the suburbs of the city. But it's basically like these parts that you're going to build are going to turn into buildings when we move on lower. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that, making my own skyline. All right, so I've grabbed a bunch of random things for this, like this dog toy and like a box of wipes. And so now I just have to line them up against my wall so that I can take my picture. Remember, whatever you do needs to be able to turn into buildings when you're done. All right, so now I am going to turn my sculpture skyline into a drawn skyline because I need to add things like windows and doors and all that stuff. So looking at my skyline, looks like I have one of my books is nice and tall right here. So it'll be a nice tall skyscraper. And then I have a book that's kind of shorter right here. And then I have like a square with my pencil cup on top of it, and the pencil cup has like holes in it, so that'll make good windows that are already built in. And then I have kind of like a spherical build, not a spherical, more like a column type building here, like those ones that you kind of see that are super duper fancy. And then I have another box right next to it. Not the same height as my tissues, and it's got like a little bump on top. And then I've got this weird dog toy looking thing. This is going to be kind of hard to draw, so if you have something like this that's kind of weird, just do your best. And you know what? I know what I'm going to turn that into as soon as I'm done drawing. So it's kind of this weird, it's like a soccer shape kind of a thing going on. All right, so now that I have all the buildings and stuff drawn, I need to put like windows and whatnot. So I'm gonna put a ground line in for my city, and I need to put some doors. I'm gonna make this one some nice wide, like those big wide doors. And I think this one is actually gonna become like a greenhouse. So inside of it, it's gonna have trees and stuff. It's a really fancy greenhouse. Kind of like at the Como Zoo kind of a thing. And then I need, let's see here, we're gonna make this kind of like it's a chimney stack. So maybe this is someplace that, like a pottery store. So that's like from their kiln or something. We'll do that. So you're just gonna keep adding things until your items become buildings. All right, so now that I've got it all drawn, I need to color it. And I actually, because I got a lot of little stuff going on, I'm gonna just take a black pen and I'm gonna trace. If you wanna trace with like a black colored pencil or something, you can do that. But you can see I've got my windows, I've put some sky in. I put in, like, I've got little people, because that's more like a balcony kind of a thing. And so your goal is just to kind of make it look as much like a city and not like books and paper towel tubes and stuff as possible. So now that I have it drawn, I have to color it. And remember, neatness always counts. All right, so now that I have it colored, I need to finish the sheet. So that's right here. So I need to write 3 facts about my city or the buildings. So one fact is that this tall one right here, I'm just gonna do it that way. This building is all windows. It's like one of those buildings where everything's super reflective, whereas these ones you can kind of see they have walls in between. All right, the ceramics store has 5 kilns in it. That's why it has all that smoke. So this is my ceramics store right here. I think I'll just put like a little star next to it, just so that people know that that's what I'm talking about. And then my last fun fact, I'm gonna make it about the whole city, I think. And I'm gonna say that the city is going green. That's why they have a huge greenhouse. All right, so now when I upload this to my Google Classroom, I need to turn in a picture of this and my picture of my sculpture that I made to base this off of.